Do you think you know everything about Aldi, the world-famous discount supermarket chain? Think again. Behind the shelves, stocked with budget-friendly groceries and lightning-fast checkouts, lies a relentless business machine, where every penny you save might come from silent trade-offs. Comment 1 below if you've shopped at Aldi without knowing the secrets behind it. And if you want to keep uncovering the truth behind familiar brands, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel now. Few would guess that the retail giant known as Aldi started as a small grocery store opened by the mother of brothers Karl and Theo Albrecht in Essen, Germany, after World War II. In 1946, the two brothers took over the shop and built Aldi's core business philosophy: cut every possible cost to offer customers the lowest prices. However, by 1960, a seemingly simple disagreement, whether to sell cigarettes, fractured their relationship. The result? Aldi split into two: Aldi Nord, run by Theo, and Aldi Süd, led by Karl. Both companies operate independently but share the Aldi brand. Interestingly, in the US, most Aldi stores are managed by Aldi Süd, while Aldi Nord quietly operates behind Trader Joe's, the quirky supermarket chain. From that initial split, a unique retail empire was born, winning the trust of millions of budget-conscious shoppers worldwide. A cost-saving operation model. When you walk into an Aldi, you might notice everything looks simple, even overly minimalist compared to typical supermarkets. But that simplicity is the key to Aldi's astonishingly efficient cost-saving machine. From store design to employee tasks, everything is optimized to cut costs and ultimately pass those savings on to you, the consumer. Let's start with one of Aldi's most iconic features: the coin-operated cart system. At Aldi, you insert a 25-cent coin to use a shopping cart. When you return it to the proper place, you get your coin back. It sounds basic, but this system means Aldi rarely needs staff to collect carts from the parking lot, saving a significant amount each year. Those savings are directly reflected in your daily grocery bill. What about employees? Aldi hires fewer staff than other supermarkets, but each worker is trained to handle multiple roles efficiently. They can work the cash register, stock shelves, and manage inventory. This reduces labor costs without slowing down service. You may not have noticed, but most products at Aldi are displayed in their original cardboard boxes. Staff simply cut open the boxes, and the products are ready on the shelves. This eliminates the need to arrange each item individually, saving time, effort, and, ultimately, costs. Additionally, Aldi stocks a limited range of products. On average, each store carries about 1,400 items, compared to up to 30,000 in traditional supermarkets. This streamlined selection optimizes space, simplifies inventory management, reduces operating costs, and allows Aldi to negotiate better prices with suppliers. How Aldi keeps prices low. Aldi's secret to low prices goes beyond its minimalist operations. It lies in their near-total control of the supply chain, from production to the moment products hit the shelves. Instead of chasing big-name brands with massive marketing costs, Aldi focuses on private label products. Surprisingly, their quality often matches or even surpasses well-known brands. Over 90% of Aldi's products are private label, meaning Aldi doesn't just slap their name on them. They work directly with manufacturers to design packaging, streamline production, and even choose recipes. By controlling the process from start to finish, Aldi can secure the lowest possible prices. They buy in massive quantities, cut out middlemen, and eliminate unnecessary marketing budgets. Instead of paying for ads, Aldi lets its products and prices speak for themselves. By avoiding competition between multiple brands within the same product category, Aldi saves on shelving, storage, and inventory management costs. For example, instead of offering 15 types of peanut butter from different brands, Aldi has just one, carefully chosen for quality and price. This not only saves space but also optimizes inventory, leading to consistently low prices that are less affected by market fluctuations. Aldi is also tough in negotiations with suppliers. With their massive order volumes, they can secure incredibly low prices, sometimes so low that smaller suppliers feel squeezed. But this strategy allows Aldi to offer products 30 to 50% cheaper than traditional supermarkets, a promise few retail chains can match. Controversies and scandals. At first glance, Aldi's neatly arranged shelves and unbeatable prices might seem like a thrifty shopper's paradise. But behind the glow of its minimalist model and shockingly low prices, Aldi has faced its share of controversies. From its treatment of employees to food safety scandals and murky issues in its supply chain, these incidents raise a question. Are those low prices coming at the cost of hidden compromises no one wants to see? First, let's talk about labor issues. Aldi's fewer staff, lower cost model doesn't always create a positive experience. In Germany, Aldi's home country, media reports have highlighted stressful work environments where employees face unreasonably high productivity demands. Some stores have been accused of secretly monitoring staff, installing extensive surveillance cameras, and pushing them with nearly impossible targets. In the UK, a Channel 4 investigation exposed managers working to the point of exhaustion in what was described as a modern sweatshop environment. Even in the US, while Aldi offers relatively good wages compared to competitors, its lean staffing model often forces employees to juggle multiple tasks, leading to prolonged stress and burnout. Second, food safety scandals have shaken Aldi, some shocking in both scale and severity. In 2014, German authorities discovered 140 kilograms of cocaine hidden in banana shipments headed for Aldi stores. A year later, another 386 kilograms of cocaine turned up in Aldi's banana shipments in Berlin. The peak came in 2019, when nearly half a ton of cocaine was found in Aldi stores in Rostock. While Aldi wasn't intentionally smuggling drugs, these repeated incidents point to serious gaps in supply chain oversight and internal security. Beyond that, Aldi has faced multiple product recalls tied to consumer health. Frozen berries contaminated with hepatitis A in Australia, baby food suspected of containing heavy metals, and seafood with undeclared allergens have all tarnished Aldi's cheap but safe image. Although Aldi responds quickly to such incidents, experts question whether its extreme cost-cutting in the supply chain compromises quality control. Then there's the 2013 horse meat scandal, one of Europe's biggest food industry controversies. Some of Aldi's frozen products, labeled as beef, were found to contain 100% horse meat. The supplier, Comagel, was pinpointed for mixing in cheaper meat to cut costs. Aldi swiftly cut ties with the supplier and recalled the products, but the incident damaged consumer trust in its supply chain, long promoted as strict and transparent. Environmental concerns. In an era when consumers are increasingly aware of the environmental impact of their daily choices, Aldi, despite its low prices and convenience, hasn't escaped criticism for its ecological footprint. One of the biggest issues is its heavy reliance on single-use plastic packaging. Although Aldi has pledged to reduce plastic waste and improve supply chain sustainability, surveys in Europe and the US show the chain still depends heavily on this material. On Aldi's shelves, it's easy to spot products wrapped in multiple layers of plastic wrap, trays, or unnecessary packaging, all contributing to a massive amount of waste after every shopping trip. To its credit, Aldi has taken some positive steps. They charge for plastic bags, encourage reusable bags, and have joined international agreements to cut packaging waste. However, experts argue these efforts lack depth and often feel symbolic. Critics say Aldi hasn't implemented comprehensive solutions to overhaul its packaging and distribution systems. While other brands push for biodegradable packaging or reusable container systems, Aldi remains stuck with vague commitments and no clear roadmap. Another concern is accusations of greenwashing, or exaggerating environmental claims. Many Aldi products carry labels like eco-friendly, organic, or sustainably sourced, but often lack transparent standards or third-party certifications. Supply chain. When looking at Aldi's low-price model, many assume its success comes from internal factors like efficient operations or retail cost-cutting. But the truth lies deeper, in the quiet power Aldi wields over its global supply chain. This control earns praise for keeping costs low, but also draws criticism for how Aldi treats its suppliers. Aldi is known for selling almost entirely private label products. Instead of stocking big-name brands, they work directly with manufacturers to produce goods under Aldi's own labels. This cuts out middlemen and marketing costs. However, the downside is that smaller producers often find themselves at a disadvantage, heavily reliant on Aldi's massive contracts. With large purchase volumes but a limited product range, Aldi can drive prices so low that suppliers have little choice but to comply. Losing an Aldi contract could mean no comparable alternative market. This creates an uneven dynamic where Aldi dictates nearly all terms: price, quantity, delivery schedules, and even product recipes. Some European suppliers have warned that they're pressured to continuously lower prices, sometimes to the point of no profit or even cutting quality to survive. Aldi's oversight is also extremely strict, from inspecting ingredients and packaging to enforcing delivery times and inventory cycles. If a supplier fails to meet standards or misses deadlines, they risk losing the contract immediately, no warning given. For small producers, working with Aldi is a double-edged sword. It's an honor, but also a high-stakes risk if they can't handle the pressure. Retail market. There's no denying that Aldi has shaken up the global retail industry, not just with its shockingly low prices, but by rewriting the rules of the game. Wherever Aldi enters, Europe, the US, Australia, or Asia, competitors are forced to take notice and adapt quickly. Its minimalist, low-price model and independence from big brands make Aldi a breath of fresh air, but also a quiet storm that puts traditional supermarket chains on the defensive. When Aldi opens a store in a new area, the immediate effect is often competitors slashing prices, cutting costs, or shifting to premium segments to avoid direct competition. However, the deeper impact is disrupting the profit structure of local retail markets. By operating on razor-thin margins and even selling some loss-leader items like milk, eggs, or bread below cost, Aldi forces rivals to sacrifice profits to retain customers. This leads to staff cuts, reduced operating costs, and, in many cases, the closure of underperforming stores. In some countries, Aldi's expansion has triggered a wave of consolidation and acquisitions in the retail sector. Mid-sized supermarket chains, unable to compete on price or modernize distribution, are forced to merge or exit the market. While consumers benefit from lower prices in the short term, they may face reduced variety in the long run as smaller retailers struggle to survive. Another critical perspective is the indirect impact on local producers and farmers. As supermarkets race to match Aldi's prices, they pressure their suppliers to lower the cost of produce, food, and consumer goods. This creates a ripple effect, often hitting hardest those who create real value: farmers, factory workers, and small businesses with little bargaining power. Still, Aldi has undeniably sparked a major overhaul in modern retail. Larger chains like Walmart, Tesco, or Carrefour have been forced to adopt Aldi's minimalist philosophy, invest heavily in private label products, and focus on operational efficiency. The Aldi fan community. In the colorful landscape of retail, Aldi's most surprising achievement might not be its prices or scale, but the passionate fan community it has built, something few discount brands can claim. Without flashy marketing campaigns or celebrity endorsements, Aldi's customers are the ones spreading the word, sharing tips, and championing the smart shopping lifestyle every day. On Facebook, groups like Aldi Addicts and Aldi Finds Fan Club attract hundreds of thousands of members. There, people share shopping tips, show off their weekend hauls, or whisper about Aldi Finds, special, limited-time products. Surprisingly, an air fryer, a budget-friendly bottle of wine, or even a new scented candle from Aldi can spark hundreds of comments and lively debates. This buzz often causes hot items to vanish from shelves within hours of their release. The Aldi fandom doesn't stop at social media. It thrives on TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit, with unboxing videos, product reviews, and even entire series exploring seasonal items. A summer ice cream cup, a festive cereal, or a European-style pastry brought to the US market can become a viral sensation if it catches the eye of this loyal community. Why does Aldi inspire such enthusiasm? Part of it comes from the thrill of discovery on every shopping trip. Unlike traditional supermarkets with predictable year-round stock, Aldi rotates its products weekly or seasonally, creating a treasure hunt vibe. With affordable prices, shoppers feel comfortable trying new items, which encourages repeat visits and expands their shopping experience. Things to keep in mind when shopping at Aldi. Aldi may seem like a thrifty shopper's paradise, but to make the most of every trip, you need to stay sharp and savvy. Behind those tempting prices are factors to consider carefully to avoid missing out on true value or falling for misconceptions about quality, sourcing, or ethical consumption. First, remember that savings come with trade-offs. Aldi doesn't offer hundreds of brands. Instead, it focuses on private label products. This means you won't find familiar names but rather items with simple packaging and limited details. If you're sensitive to ingredients, have allergies, or need clear certifications, make it a habit to read labels closely. Not every product meets the same standards, even if labeled organic or sustainable. Second, be cautious with frozen foods and fresh produce, especially given recent product recalls. Some batches have been linked to bacteria, toxins, or foreign objects. Though rare, these incidents are a reminder to check expiration dates, origins, and storage conditions. If in doubt, ask staff or check Aldi's website for more information. Next, don't blindly trust eco-friendly or natural labels without clear certifications. Some environmental groups have questioned the transparency of Aldi's certifications for seafood, meat, or organic produce. Be a smart consumer by learning to spot credible symbols and avoiding vague, flashy claims. Also, keep in mind that low prices don't always mean high ethics. Some of Aldi's private label products are said to put excessive pressure on suppliers, forcing farmers or small businesses into tough price negotiations. If you care about fairness in the supply chain, dig deeper into the origins of products like cookies, juices, or processed meats. Aldi can be a haven for smart shoppers, but to fully benefit, you need to understand both the bright side and the hidden corners behind those appealing prices. If you found the information in this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more shopping secrets.